from the perpetrator's point of view, torture is aimed at the following. 1, social control. 2, to cause fear among the victims. 3, to perpetuate a system with supposedly, I think, government. And 4, to suppress sentiments about the failure to perform. The common and said presupposition of this hypothesis, I think, is that the perpetrator is always government. That is my take from this. With due respect, I want to say that many a time it's mostly individuals, it's not planned, it's not government policy. Secondly, I want to say that there's also a lot of torture and inhuman treatment in private spaces, and we don't talk about it. Many acts of torture in private spaces. We have seen a few amplified by technology, people taking shots, and sometimes taking shots at a kid being beaten instead of intervening. So I get amazed. They take shots and beat the kid. The other day they lynched a policeman. I think you saw that one. So we need to talk about torture in all its forms by whoever has committed torture. In the same way, I know there's a higher level of a premium of accountability on public officials, and that's a given. But also, that is not to say that we shouldn't comment about torture in private spaces. But also I want to add, panelists, if you may, about the mental health of the actors. I think sometimes we don't talk about it. Sometimes someone brings to bear on the victim his frustrations elsewhere. So maybe within the security services we need to look more at the mental health of our men and women in uniform and their ability to perform without those issues. Last, transgressions in the past, they have happened, and gladly, Mr. Sewanyana said, they've been addressed. Of course, it takes a toll before they are addressed. So I want to say that building institutions takes time and collective effort. I therefore want to join Mr. Museveni to say that, and to call for collective optimism, enduring collective effort to improve things. And that's why we are here, otherwise we would give up and go to sleep. And I want to say that the voice of the Sewanyanas of this world, who are icons of this fight, Professor Kabumba, are not in vain, and this is the essence of such candid conversations. Last also, sometimes actions are taken, actions of accountability, but they are redacted, and we may entertain the idea of communicating these actions against perpetrators where they happen. Communication is key. Shaping perceptions takes a simple thing. They may be wrong perceptions, they may be right, but I think we will need to make an effort to shaping the narrative that condemns all manner of transgressions by whoever in the same way. It's not us, it's not them, it's all of us or none. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Honorable Minister.
Look in us, eh?
We have been here as the Electoral Commission participating in this dialogue organized by the SCTV, the body that champions against torture or victims of torture, and the Human Rights Commission to talk about torture, violence in the context of elections. And the Electoral Commission has always made the call and the point that a free, fair, transparent and peaceful election is the responsibility of every actor that participates in the electoral process. The Electoral Commission does not vote. The Electoral Commission does not field candidates. The Electoral Commission is not police. The Electoral Commission is an arbiter, is a referee, is a midwife of ensuring that Ugandans exercise their mandate as provided for in Article 1 of the Constitution, that all power belongs to the people of Uganda and that they will choose those who lead them or who govern them through elections. And therefore we say that elections are not a war, that elections are not a do or die affair, and that therefore a peaceful environment where all the actors in the electoral process are free to participate is the greatest immunization you can have against violence and therefore against torture. Torture of anybody in the electoral process has no place in our electoral processes. We need an environment that of freedom of people to exercise their mandate as enshrined in the Constitution. We have the laws. We have the laws, we have the guidelines. But the critical importance, the critical matter is to make sure that everybody follows the laws, everybody follows the guidelines, everybody treats each other with respect, knowing that nobody is above the law. When that idea goes into the minds of every actor in the electoral process, then the question of whether we shall have a free and fair election will be answered. Because a free and fair election does not fall from heaven. It is not a product that you go and buy in a supermarket. It is a process of concerted efforts by all actors in the electoral process to say, number one, that we commit ourselves to peace. Number two, that we don't treat this election as the end of the world. Number three, that Uganda, a peaceful, progressive, and progressing and united Uganda, is the bare minimum that everybody should work towards, and that is the primary purpose of our existence. That elections should deliver peace and unity and progress and not divide the people of Uganda. That is what it means to have a free and fair elections, where those that wish to participate at any level are free to do so without anybody stopping them or without anybody inhibiting their freedom of expression in that manner.
Why are there abductions? Do you still think we still have the trust in you? And I implore you that you have to maintain the trust with us. When I was growing up, I was told that when one young girl conceives in a village, she makes all other girls in that village be abused or be taken as bad ones, isn't it? I know we have bad elements, that's what we cannot deny. Because we all join forces with different backgrounds. But the good ones, we are also there, and we are many. So once abductions are happening, the good thing is we came out and even said, please, our gazetted detention centers are open, let everybody come and search, and tell us where are these abducted officers. And it ended that some actually, I hear, we are in safe houses, then we talk there in the morning. Police do not run safe houses. We run gazetted detention centers. If somebody is not at our police station, honestly speaking, we cannot be held accountable. In most cases, we receive orders of habeas corpus. When they know where the person is, and we respect those orders, we make sure that people are presented well to court. But where abductions are conducted, and it's unfortunate that your brother was actually part of this, very unfortunate. I can't stand and say that we applaud whatever happens when it comes to abductions. No, we condone actually such acts of abductions. But as an institution, we do not conduct abductions. Our detention centers are open. When you liaise with Human Rights Commission, if at all you go there to check and DPC gives you hard time, go to the commission. They have full power to come to any police station and search for any suspect that they want, and eventually actually take us on for the violations that we have committed.